Anomaly Arbitration is Honkai Star Rail's new in-game mode. Now, this game mode is extraordinarily difficult. I think the only individuals that are going to have an easy time with this are going to be individuals who spend a pretty substantial amount of money on this game. Now, I've seen complaints from various players in the community online, mainly YouTube side, giving the sentiment that the game mode should be made more accessible than what it is. I highly disagree with this. The whole point of this mode is to create a very restrictive and hardcore game environment, and you either have the options to deal with fights or you don't. I'm okay with this restrictiveness because at the end of the day, there are no J's associated with it, and this obviously is not going to be a game mode that's going to be for everyone. If a person has only been playing this game for like a year or less and they're not able to get their foot in the door, I don't think that's really a big deal. Again, this content is very, very difficult, and if you don't have the very specific team comps to be able to deal with the content, it's going to be even more challenging. So I have a sample run up on my end. I should have Japard running for the King stage. This is a failed run because I just want to show you the comparison difference between this and what's going to happen later on in the video, just so that way you have some context to work with. I tried, and I don't think 1.x sustains are going to cut it for the most part, but thankfully we did get Dan Heng around the 15th, and so the next clip after this is going to have Dan Heng being used as a sustain, and it does make a world's worth of difference. I will continue to commentate once the second run. For the night stages, I decided to go ahead and put that at the end of the video because not everyone is struggling with the night stages. My brief commentary for the night stages, I felt night 1 was pretty free. I was able to use super break and got that done. Night 2 was a cakewalk since I had T.O.T and I have E2 on Kafka. Night 3 actually gave me the most problems, and that was just because of the high damage that I was taking in. If I didn't have Blade there, I probably would have ended up dying. I think in the future when it comes to these Anomaly Arbitration videos, there will probably be little to no commentary on my end since this is optional content at the end of the day. It will not be for everybody, but I don't have any complaints with the game mode. I think it's fine as it is, and it has accomplished itself as providing challenge for the hardcore players as well as the big spenders in this game. So I'm personally fine with it. Again, if they try to make a game mode that's for everybody, they're probably going to end up not satisfying anybody.
Name of land will forged in ice never falters.
Destiny isn't chosen. Ill fate is dead. Say bye to breathing. Don't let win. Stand still.
Hope you're prepared. Name of land will forged in ice never falters.
Be intoxicated. Relax. If this is revolution, your cries rise. Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
Is that all?
What do you want to know? Stand still.
This ends here.
Relax. Offer you a requiem.
The show resumes.
Destiny isn't chosen. Stand still.
of lead will forged in ice never falters.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom. Relax.
Offer you a requiem. Be intoxicated.
Stand still.
In the abyss's revelation, your cries rise.
Memories beneath the water lies an endless abyss.
In the abyss's revelation, your cries rise.
Good time. Time to say bye. Boom. Relax.
Alright, so I more recently came across a video addressing the Dan Heng situation and was talking about how this was basically a free-to-play disaster. And there were a decent number of points made within the video that I personally didn't agree with. Now, in the aspect of like the lack of remembrance light cone options, I do fully agree with that. There's not a lot of options for free-to-play players to work with currently. It is a path that just recently released in 3.x. I can only hope that the future will get more remembrance light cones, which I suspect that we will. It's just a question of when and not if. The thing that motivated me to create this audio was essentially the fact of the in-game guide not providing all the viable options for Dan Heng, and then on top of that, Dan Heng not really having a whole lot of light cone options in general, because the in-game indicated that you either go battle pass or with his signature light cone. There was also a comment by this content creator saying that if for free-to-plays Dan Heng is not moving the goalpost and putting free-to-play players in a better position to clear the in-game content, which is absolutely downright a lie. For Anomaly Arbitration, a very difficult in-game mode, when people got to the king stage with Lygus, if players didn't have Aventurine or Hyacinth to sustain, they were probably not going to be able to clear the fight from a sustain aspect. It is what it is. Now, there has been an exception with Finon, with Ho-Ho being used as a sustain, but the only reason that this is working even to some extent was just because Finon was consistently quote-unquote dying and exiting out of his stage very early. Most of the time, the rest of the party was not staying on field. If the whole entire team was staying on field the whole entire time, I promise you Ho-Ho would not have been able to sustain that. No 1.x sustain is going to be able to sustain well enough for this fight in a general basis. And again, the only reason Ho-Ho was able to do that was because she was specifically being paired with Finon, and Finon was the only one on field most of the time. I just want to get this out as a quick piece of information. The in-game guides for a lot of games are not going to give you all the information that you need as the player. They will probably give you enough information to work with in order to get from point A to completing the game. But when it comes to the optional content / in-game content, as a player, you are going to have to rely on outside sources, whether that's YouTube, forums, written guides, whatever the case is. This isn't anything new, by the way. This is something that has existed literally longer than I've been alive. Let me bring up a couple examples to emphasize my point. Back during the PlayStation 1 era, for example, there were a lot of games that had strategy guides, and essentially these strategy guides would essentially allow you to not miss out on any optional content or any optimal strategies and things along those lines. Because if you just played the game straight through, especially if it was a Final Fantasy game, let's say like Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, there was a lot of missables in that game. So if you weren't relying on a strategy guide, if you weren't relying on forum posts, you're missing out on a lot of stuff, and you're probably missing out on a pretty good amount of content. So essentially, you're looking for outside information in order to enhance your gameplay experience if you are somebody who wants to experience everything that the game has to offer. MMOs, it's a similar situation. Let's say, for example, a new dungeon comes out. So as a player, you have two options. You can either go into this dungeon, whether it's a solo one or a group one, and you can do it blind. You can learn the mechanics on your own, or you can go outside of the game and once again, go to a forum, look up a video, look up a written guide, because the end game is not going to give you all the information that you need to clear that fight. Same situation with these gacha games. They're going to give you the bare bone basic information, but anything outside of that, you're going to have to go outside of the game to look up that information. Speed tuning, for example, that's not explained in game. You have to go outside of the game to look up speed tuning to see how much speed you need in order to get so many actions per action value cycle and things along those lines. If you're looking up alternative light cone options and things along those lines, you need to go to forums, you need to go to Reddit, you need to go to YouTube. This concept of having to go outside of the game to look up information is nothing new. And going back to Anomaly Arbitration, for the players who didn't have Hyacinth and they didn't have Aventurine, I can say from my own personal experience as a free-to-play player, he has been a massive help and was the core reason why I was able to complete Lygus with 1 star. This video is proof of that. Keep this in mind, just because a content creator has a large subscriber base doesn't inherently automatically mean that they know what they're talking about. Unfortunately, the content creator Kekvin, even though they seem like an okay person, at the end of the day, they are someone who is not very good at the game. They have spent a decent amount of money on the game, but they play the game very poorly in a lot of cases, and they're very misinformed on a lot of things. This is no exception. On my end, when it comes to light cones for Dan Heng, it really just depends on what party I'm going to have him played in. I will be using Japard's Moment of Victory a lot when I am running him in a T.O.T team. His light cone serves 2 really good functionalities. The first, it is going to give him a taunt increase, so he's more likely to get attacked, and more importantly, it is also going to increase his effect hit rate. When Dan Heng is paired with Kafka, if he obtains 75% effect hit rate, he will get a 100% attack buff. So in this particular video showcase, for example, I am running an effect hit rate body on Dan Heng as well as running Moment of Victory, so that way I can be well over that 75% effect hit rate threshold. TLDR, this combination is going to give me more attack in comparison to using a standard attack chess piece. Now, when I'm running Dan Heng with Acheron, I am of course still going to be using Trent of the Universal Market. Dan Heng gets attacked, he's obviously going to have the opportunity to apply burn onto targets, and that's just pretty much what I'll do. Now, I have been informed by a community member on one of the discords I'm on named Blitz. He did kind of inform me of looking into different light cone options when it came to using Finon in the far off future. So more than likely I might be using March's day 1 of my new life, but that's still kind of a work in progress. I won't really know for sure. I'll cross that bridge when I get there. That's all that I have for today's video. If you have taken out the time to watch this or listen to this, I just want to say thank you for your time. You be safe out there. Deuces.
Ill fate to say.
Come limit. Stand still. Good time. Time to say bye. Boom.
Soaring above the land. This is permanent!
Ill tidings manifest.
Enemy faces revolution. Your prize rise!
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom. Stand still.
In the abyss's revels, your prize rise! Don't let flames open your throat.
My strength isn't what it was. Earth shatters, heaven trembles!
Memories beneath the water lies an endless abyss.
Stand still.
Dragons soaring above the land! This is permanent!
Thrashing and snapping, not worth fearing.
Destiny isn't chosen.
My purpose is to protect.
Good time. Time to say bye. Boom.
In the abyss's revels, your prize rise!
Invoking levels.
Memories beneath the water lies an endless abyss.
Stand still.
Dragons soaring above the land! This is permanent!
What do you want to know? Ill fate is dead.
My strength isn't what it was.
Be intoxicated!
May as well kill them all. Good time. Time to say bye. Boom.
My purpose is to protect.
In the abyss's revels, your prize rise!
Stand still.
Memories beneath the water lies an endless abyss.
Say bye to breathing. Good times never last. Time to say bye. Boom.
Dragons, oh calamity of God, soaring above the land. This is permanent.
Stand still. Existence is unity. There'll be a way. Unite our goals.
Join the battle.
Every petal. All will be swept away by the wind.
Stay in step. Let's improvise. Mood is jump again!
Like until everything burns to ashes! Fight to
Dream vanished. Grace and elegance.
Take positions. Dreams to
Have we met? Cloud scattered. Some value, I suppose. Eternal.
mood is jump again!
Dreams of a... Let us dance once more. Share good fortunes. Every petal... All will be swept away by the wind. Let's seize this fine moment. Dream vanished.
Set in position.
until everything burns to ashes! Set the
There's more to life. Cloud scattered.
Mood is jump again!
Grace and elegance. Existence is unity.
Dreams to
Share good fortunes.
Firefly type 4 in position. Set the I will claim victory for myself.
Some value, I suppose. Every petal. All will be swept away by the wind. No holding back. Dream vanished.
join the battle.
There's more to life.
Let's improvise. Mood is set. Jump again!
Dreams of a past life. Let us dance once more.
Any fish taken.
Does that hurt?
your haste.
Stand still. Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
Don't let waves open your eyes.
Relax.
In the abyss's revelation, your cries rise.
Stand still.
Destiny isn't chosen. You'll face yourself.
How's this take?
Destiny's hand has truly blessed me.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
Nice, like my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Stand still.
Memories beneath the water lies an endless abyss.
Be intoxicated.
What do you want to know? Retribution will find you.
In the abyss's revelation, your cries rise.
Step up, let's see.
You'll face yourself.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
Don't let waves open your throat.
Stand still. Relax.
In the abyss's revelation, your cries rise.
Friends? Indulge yourselves!
Memories of beneath the water lies an endless abyss.
In the abyss's revelation, your cries rise.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom. Stand still.
Ill tidings manifest.
Offer you a requiem. Be intoxicated.
Relax.
Memories of beneath the water lies an endless abyss.
Nice, like my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Stand still. Time to say bye. Boom.
Repay. Failed to stand you. Nothing major. Eternal sleep. The dead return! I underestimated you.
Lend me your strength. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
I will dispatch you. Fight is set. Receive divinity. Unnecessary. That paradise. Savor it fully. stand and return!
There's always a weakness. Lend me your strength.
Fail to stand you. Savor it for me.
It's coming. I feel that. Let me go!
Fail to stand you. Receive divinity.
Resistance is timeless.
Bloom.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend! Crush them! Lend me your strength.
Fail to stand. Savor it for me.
Underestimating us, Apostle?
I'll see you off.
Is it coming? I feel that. Let me go!
Fail to stand you.
Lend me your strength. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend! Crush them!
A blade knows no mercy. Fail to stand you. Savor it for me.
Troubles.
Nothing. Receive divinity.
Resistance is timeless.
Fail to stand you. Eternal slip and return!
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
I will dispatch you. Your end approaches. Fail to stand you.
No bullying allowed. Deliver it once. Troublesome.
That paradise. Savor it for me.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend! Crush them! It's coming! I feel that. Let me go! Lend me your strength.
A blade knows no mercy. Fail to stand you. Nothing major. Eternal slither and return! That paradise. Savor it for me. Nothing major.
You like you. You'll pay for this. We've entered the storm. To Crush them!
I will dispatch you. Failed to set you. I underestimated you. Eternal state. And return! Then paradise, savor it for me.